Hi, I'm Jessica Jacobson, editor of Beverage Industry magazine, and I'm here with Bill Sipper of Cascadia Managing Brands. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bill.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So in the beverage industry, there's so much going on, whether it be SKU proliferation, sustainability. What would you say are the consumer trends that are having the greatest impact on the beverage market today?
I think the greatest impact is being caused by a desire by the consumers to have low sugar and low calorie products, but they don't necessarily want 0 calories and bad taste. They want the taste, but they don't want all the calories. So I think you're going to start to see a trend of 20 to 30, 35 calorie products hit the market that we're starting to see some of them already doing pretty well.
Great. And do you have any examples of some brands that are capitalizing on those trends that you just mentioned?
Definitely, yeah. You take Verde chlorophyll water. It's a 0 calorie green beverage. It's got like 100 milligrams of chlorophyll. It's flavored, not lightly, but it has 0 calories, so people really like it. Another one is detox water. It's an aloe vera, but it's not the full sugary aloe vera. It's like 30 calories, and it tastes great. But it's also it's a beneficial product for you, for your for your belly. There's a lot. I mean, Core Organics is doing an amazing job with low calorie products that taste good. There are a lot of really good opportunities right now. The industry is always moving fast.
Yeah, and you really see all these new sweetener solutions that are coming out and lending themselves to these trends.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slow process. I think I tried stevia the first time 25 years ago. And it certainly tastes a lot better today than it did, but it still has a really long way to go. I think you're going to start seeing things like monk fruit be incorporated more and more into beverages because it just tastes better as it gives the sweetness, but it's dramatically more expensive. And that's the biggest problem. So as the demand grows, the price will hopefully decline.
Right, trying to balance out the supply chain with the demand.
Right.
Great. And then also what you're seeing emerge is today we have a digital market across all of the industry. So how are brands utilizing this evolution to reach consumers?
Well, again, I think it's still an emerging category for everybody. I think people are spending a lot of money on it, but I think we won't know all the results until 10 or 15 years from now. I'll never forget, I was called by the United States Department of Commerce some years ago. And they asked me they said I was a social media and internet guru, an expert. And would I speak with the former countries in the Russian Federation, the food and beverage companies, and teach them how to use the internet and social media. And I just thought that was hysterical because this technology is so new, there are no experts. We're learning every day.
Right.
People are learning every day. You want a really good internet person or social media person, get a good intern. Get a 20-something because they really know what's going on, as opposed to when you hire big agencies and pay a lot of money and you get this, sweet and sassy direction that doesn't necessarily really ring a bell with the millennials.
Right.
But we're also seeing companies like Amazon and Jet, which were incidental percentages of sales and probably still incidental for carbonated soft drink and huge companies, but for the niche products, the new and evolving products, you're starting to see 20 to 30% of some of their sales going through Amazon and Jet.com, and it's a whole different market. It's a whole different learning curve. It's a whole different target group. The way you speak to the people is different. We think, or people think, that you just put it on Amazon.com and people buy it, but there's so much going on in the background from companies, like us and other companies that help the product sell.
Right, and I've heard people say that in e-commerce you're not competing for shelf space, where you have the larger brands who command more.
Right.
With the niche ones, it's an even playing field for everybody.
It's an even playing field, but it's also a lot more expensive to do business because your cost of goods is so much higher than, let's say, a Coke or a Pepsi. It's really hard to be profitable and get sampling out there at the same time. A lot of our clients look at that as, first, it's sampling. So if we get a great release on People magazine, for example, it's a place where everyone can buy the product, even if it's not national. At the same time, I think that you know, you've got to be careful with that channel. You can't throw all your money at it and hope something sticks. You really have to try things intelligently and inexpensively, and see what works and what doesn't work, and then recalculate.
Great. And what emerging trends and categories do you think we can look forward to as we enter 2018?
It's funny, there are some that have been happening for a long time and just starting to be seen. You take the kombucha category, I would be willing to bet that only 20% of Americans know what kombucha is. And it's the 6th largest selling category now in beverage, or non-alcoholic beverage. I think you're going to continue to see bottled water growth. You're going to see sparkling growth. I think you're going to continue to see, you'll see things like organic waters, which I don't know if they will stick around or not. I think you'll get a lot more variety. But I definitely see kombucha as one. I think lemonade still hasn't hit that point where it stops. I think there's a lot of opportunity for lemonades with sugar and lower calorie, like Sweet Talk lemonade Sweet Talk out of Montauk, New York. They have really low amounts of sugar, and for a lemonade, that's really crazy. It's really good. So I think lemonade is a good category. And the other thing I see is that HPP is becoming more prolific. It's being more prolific. And I think you're going to start seeing not just juices in HPP, but I think you're going to start to see other products that taste better when they're not heated, like iced teas and you know, let's call it juice cocktails, for lack of a better word, or even lemonades, that just taste better, you know, because of the HPP process. So that's also a cost-benefit analysis that needs to be done, because HPP is very, very expensive right now, but hopefully it will go down over time.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing it pop up in so many beverage categories, so we have so much to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Bill. And if you want any more information, please feel free to reach out to Bill and his team at Cascadia Managing Brands.